please remain standing for a presentation of colors by the High Point Central JROTC, the playing of the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing until the colors have been retired. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to introduce our stage guests. Please join me in welcoming our Chief of Schools and Board of Education members. Please stand and be recognized. Also, please welcome our High Point Central High School Administration and Teacher of the Year. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. I'm honored to welcome you to the graduation exercises for the class of 2021. It is now my pleasure to introduce our principal, Dr. Shelley Nixon Green.
Platform guests, family, friends, staff, and graduates. It is my honor to welcome you to the 2021 commencement ceremony of High Point Central High School. I'm Dr. Shelley Nixon Green, the proud principal of this fabulous institution, and I'm honored to have you as a part of this historic occasion. Today, we are celebrating amazing scholars who will be leaving their accomplished, talented, and scholarly mark on our Bison legacy for years to come. This past year has been like none other, and these students have endured and overcome. And now the class of 2021 will join one of the most prestigious groups in the nation, Bison alumni. Collectively, these students have amassed over 12,700 hours in service learning and $5.7 million in scholarships and awards, even amid a pandemic during which the only place they could go sometimes was online. Graduates, I say to you, be proud of how far you've come and have confidence in how far you will go. If the last 4 years are any indication, the traits you have displayed and developed now you possess will take you anywhere you want to go. As you start this new chapter in your life, know that the path may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. The journey to greatness begins with one step, and today is your first step. For graduation is not the end, it is only the beginning. Congratulations to each of you. Congratulations, class of 2021. At this time, it gives me pleasure to introduce co-salutatorians of the class of 2021. First, Ms. Alicia Amir. Alicia Amir is the daughter of Muhammad Amir and Azra Shaheen. Will you please stand, Mr. Amir and Ms. Shaheen? With a weighted cumulative GPA of 4.716. Yeah. Alicia will be attending High Point University in the fall, where she plans to study graphic design. Please join me in honoring co-salutatorian Alicia Amir. Our second co-salutatorian is Hugh Don. Hugh Don is the son of Mr. Thu Don. Will you please stand, Mr. Don? With a weighted GPA, cumulative GPA that is, of 4.716, Hugh will be attending the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where he plans to major in biology in the fall. Please join me in honoring our co-salutatorian, Hugh Don. And now, I have the honor to introduce our valedictorian for the class of 2021, Mr. Calvin Biesecker. Calvin is the son of Michael and Charlotte Biesecker. Will you please stand, Mr. and Mrs. Biesecker? With a weighted GPA, cumulative GPA of 4.750, he will be attending the College of Charleston, where he plans to major in marine biology and law. Please join me in honoring our valedictorian, Calvin Biesecker. At this time, we will hear our address from valedictorian Mr. Calvin Biesecker.
Students and staff, friends and family, as well as distinguished guests, I would like to thank you all for joining us this evening for this momentous occasion. I am Calvin Biesecker, and I am the valedictorian of our graduating class of 2021. It is with great honor and appreciation that I accept this award. I would like to thank my mom and dad, my brothers, the rest of my family, and all of you, my peers, for inspiring me and challenging me to achieve this goal. I would like to thank Hannah Davis, Layla Lucas, Alicia Amir, Pew Doan, and Mithil Mupasani, especially Mithil Mupasani, for giving me a run for my money. I would like to thank all of my friends I made in my activities at Central, including from the soccer team, which was always a blast on the bus, Beta Club with its great service projects and funny meetings with Mrs. Spurgeon, Youth in Government with its incredibly fun convention, and much more. Finally, I would like to thank all of our counselors for their tough love, our administration for their support, and my incredible IB teachers for all of the knowledge and laughter we shared. Seniors, we made it. It is impossible to speak about our past without reflecting on the challenges that we have faced. I believe that we have seen some of the worst events that could possibly happen to our community, country, and world. We spent more than half of the past year learning remotely, trying to complete work on time, communicating with teachers, and finding motivation were brutal, long-lived challenges. Being apart from one another felt like a social drought. We had over half of our junior and senior years, this incredible time for success and fun seemingly taken from us. We felt betrayed, drained of energy, lost in seclusion with little to no motivation at all. I was worried that I'd never be able to climb Tower 4, walk into Mr. Bean or Mrs. Renew's class for fun, or experience the exuberance of a game at A.J. Simeon ever again. Between losing friends and loved ones, and even fellow Bison, and dealing with the difficulties of virtual learning and social separation, it goes without saying that we have been through more than anyone going through high school should ever go through. But look where we are now. The fact that we are simply here this evening in our caps and gowns about to graduate is a testimony to the perseverance that every single one of us has put forward. Without perseverance, none of us would be in this Coliseum tonight. Persistence has brought us through our most difficult moments, and it has also granted us all great success. Perseverance is an ideal instilled in me by my grandfather and demonstrated by all my family and friends. Persistence is the reason I stand at this podium today. Perseverance is also the reason that we achieved every success gained in the past 4 years. While this year was difficult, perseverance by students, staff, and parents brought us a return to school, a prom, and this very graduation. All of the wins of every athletic team can be attributed to persistence. The successes of all the debate, advocacy, and service clubs were created by the members persisting through each challenge. The incredible productions presented by our arts and drama departments would not have been possible without relentless work. Finally, all of our successes in academics, college or apprenticeship acceptances, and further future opportunities were achieved by the constant dedication to difficult work exhibited by all of us. While it is true that the ideas of compassion, cooperation, and confidence are important qualities that must be maintained for our futures, it is without a doubt that perseverance is the most important and impactful quality that we must all continue to demonstrate. There is a reason why our mascot is the bison. Bison are strong. Bison are relentless. Bison stick together and survive as a herd. After a long time of challenges and persecution against all odds, bison live on in this country today. The mascot of High Point Central represents perfectly our amazing commitment to perseverance. So, I beg all of you, continue to work, continue to strive for greatness, continue to persevere, and continue to roll. Roll Bison.
Thank you, Calvin, for those inspiring and encouraging words. At this time, I would like to ask our Chief of Schools and Board of Education members to come forward to assist with the awarding of diplomas. Junior marshals, please take your positions. Audience, to show respect for each graduate, please limit cheering so every graduate's name can be heard by all attendees.
Alicia Amir. Alejandra Ogayo. Jazib Rohan Ahmad. Safir Ahmad. Lisbeth Alanis Cortez. Shanza Ali. Abigail Janice Allen. Tazion Emir Allen. Logan James Anderson. Cobra Arabzada. Shaquem D7 Austin. David Ken Awudi. James Philip Awudi. Fariel Ayaz. Mikhail Styles Ayuso. Mariah Bahina Bahina. Erlana Anshe Bailey. Valencia Bianca Banks. Stephanie Sarai Barana Vajeta. Michaela Janae Baxter. Abigail Nicole Behe. Marlon Joseph Benitez Bacondo. Tatiana Monet Bennett. Harrison Birchie. Miriam Bibby. Calvin Rudolph Biesecker. Jonathan Jose Blanco Garcias. Charlotte Jewel Bonzel. Shay Boyd. Jaden Latrell Brown. Jameer Kareem Bryant. Jaden Burgess. William Layton Carter. Verenice Casañada Velasquez. Jada Monique Chambers. Catherine McKella Chapman. Janaya Monique Kaur. Justin Amir Kaur. Jamie Lynn Cochran. Haley Catherine Coleman. Archer Beckham Cranford. Michael Anthony Craven. Elizabeth Ann Crawford. Shania Cheyenne Creech. Brian Cruz Martinez. Matthew William Daves. Caleb DeAndre Davis. Hannah Claire Davis. Isaiah Lee Davis. Lillian James Davis. Sanaya Arjure Davis. Jack Andrew DeLilly. Danielle Alicia Deseque Dimes. Andromeda Shanteri Dixon Leverett. Hugh Min Doan. Nathaniel Dorn. Sean Patrick Doyle. Ian David Christian Dozier. Madison Riley Embler. William Andrew Eskew. Mom Fall. Jennifer Fabian Farites. Christopher Flores Martinez. Thomas Jonathan Flores Perez. Elion New. Timani Fuller. Emily Gray Fulton. Daniel Gedahan. Patrick Gooch. Tavion Josiah Gordon. Tyler Lorenz Gordon. Malik Omont Graham. Titerica Darnella Graham. Kaijai Danae Green Royal. Jermaine Griffin. Banisha Garung. Robert Garung. Sushma Garung. Miriam Gutierrez Martinez. Amira Saray Harris. Christian Dion Harris. Tanzil Hayat. Yolanda Tashara Denise Hennigan. Thaddeus Nehemiah Herban. Jay Hituman. Ga Hei Tu. Sa Kapru Tu. Victoria Renee Hudson. Brandon Grayson Ithavong. Kennedy Tamara Jackson. Michelle Jordan Jackson. Jennifer Jarquin Sanchez. Heather Nicole Jimenez. Alexander Dale Johnson. Jaerica Johnson. Kian Devon Johnson. Zachary Jordan. Mosab Karama. Elijah Drake Kennedy. Kashmala Khan. Amir Nassar Kendall. Caroline Marie King. Therapy Nayang Coco. Leah Grace Colbert. Samuel William Colbert. Seika Prue. Cassandra Kreisnick. Gabriel Alexander Kuykendall. Mit Mo Jaw. Noah Michael Lackey. Kendall Rebecca Langfit. Brandon Travion Ledbetter. Emily Crystal Ledesma Mendoza. Amari Michelle Lewis. Isaiah Elijah Little. Mackenzie Dion Little. Robert Earl Little. Zycorion Antonio Little. Anna Yamos Escobar. Mackenzie Madison Love. Yahir Luciano Barina. Karina Elizabeth Luciano Gonzalez. Layla Marie Lucas. Ong Lit. Michael Van Ma. Celia Alexandra Moss York. Abhishek Magar. Dipsaran Magar. Callie Rose Marion.
Brittany Diana Martinez. Ishmael Aragon Martinez. Maritza Martinez. Sarahi Martinez Galvan. Jasper Mata Hernandez. Jacob DeAndre Matthews. Sine Mong. Morgan Heaton Mason. Jamari Jaquarius McBride. Jarian Caneas McLean. Kiriana Alanique McDuffie. Kathleen Elizabeth McIntosh. Ryan Mackenzie McLaughlin. Tierra Simone McQueen. Jacqueline Yvette Mejia. Yahir Mendoza Castro. James Tyshawn Miller. Dahani Dante Mitchell. Jalen Jaquez Monk. Maria Fernanda Montoya Castellano. Emily Hampton Morgan. Marcella Ritas Morrison. Kate Neely Morton. Silas J. Murphy. Esther Nunn. God bless Daike Gorokia. Kin Noi. Noriamana Nanette. Brian Ortiz Vargas. Alexis Marie Oxendine. Tanisha Nicole Oxendine. Odette Yarabi Padron Medez. Nathaniel Elijah Parrish. Robert Payne. Ashanti Pagis. Benjamin Stefan Pagis. Gerardo Perez. Jacqueline Perez. Mark Antonio Perez Garcia. Dragon Montgon Fianson. Laura Grace Poston. Giacomo Puese. Zaria Ari Quick. Joanna Ramos Martinez. Jocelyn Ramos Orquiza. Lareb Ralph. Ariel Janaya Ray. Ray. Christian Luis Rinden. Paul B. Rich. Kayla Dawn Richard. Tyler Richards. Gian Carlos Rios. Cassandra Rivera. Tyler DeMont Robinson. Mariah Danae Robinson Davis. Dante Vincenti Robinson Hicks. Jimmy Alexander Roblero Gutierrez. Alexia Montserrat Robles Serrato. Frederick Rodriguez Lopez. Vivian Edith Rojas. Marcos Antonio Rojas. Jazriel Roman Ramos. Alexandria Romero. Nacy Romero. Miriam Nade Salazar Ramirez. Anthony Saldierno. Alexandra Salinas Santillan. Renee Encarnacion Sanchez. Magara Shareli Sanchez Ramirez. John Edward Sanderlin. Genesis Argelis Santos de Aza. Lakshmi Sanyasi. Autumn Brooke Sayers. Caleb Alexander Sellers. Brianna Silva Morales. Jaden Nicholas Simmons. Thomas Benton Sims. Sukbaset Sirisuk. Samuel Jacob Slotowski. Antonio Jordan Smith. Carlos Darnell Smith. Catherine McKenzie Smith. Kyle Nathan Smith. Sullivan Patrick Smith. Zamira Monet Smith. David Dozier Snipes. Matthew Pukam Sukapon. Every time. Connor Blake Spisak. Dante Lamont Stanfield. Nori LaShawn Staten. Isaiah Rayvon Stewart. Ashanti Shanice Stover. Olivia Ann Sylvia. Stephen? Oh. Juan Telez Leos. Aaliyah Nicole Thompson. Kristen Janae Thompson. Serena Brianna Thompson. Tashari Dominique Tillman. Tristan Townsend. Eduardo Jesus Trevelyan Semeco. Manzi Beltran Tugiramungu. Marie Rosine Uineza Tuyikundi. Carson Reese Huber. John Edward Wagner. Messiah Waldo. Cynthia Marisol Waldron. Melvin Alfredo Velasquez Perez. Anthony Thomas Walker. Jackson William Wheat. Raymond Thomas Wheatley III. Tajay Omari White. Cameron. Cameron Marcus Whitworth. Jakira Nashawn Williams. Romani Danielle Williams. Jemiah Marie Williamson. Donovan James Withers. Owen Michael Wolf. Wen Hua Wang. Jose Yanez Rodriguez. Lena Khalees Yokley. Toheed Zaman.
Mr. Matson, please join me at the podium. Seniors, please stand. Chief of Schools, Mr. Matson, these students have met all of the requirements of graduation and are recommended for their high school diplomas.
Thank you. By the power granted to me by the state of North Carolina and the Guilford County Board of Education, and upon receiving verification of your credentials by the faculty of your school and your principal, Dr. Nixon Green, I offer my personal congratulations and recognize you with all of the rights and privileges as graduates of High Point Central High School. You may turn your tassels.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to the 2021 graduates of High Point Central. Junior marshals, take your positions.